Today, it is our task to redraft the 2024 rookie class Superflex tight end premium. At the 101, we're going with Jaden Daniels. Finishes a quarterback 4 overall, quarterback 4 in fantasy points per game through 17 weeks. He fits the mold of a high upside Konami quarterback. At the 102, Malik Neighbors. Through 17 weeks of the season, he finished number 1 amongst wide receivers in targets and target share, number 3 in air yards, number 4 in unrealized air yards, so there's more meat on the bone, and number 1 in expected fantasy points per game amongst wide receivers. At the 103, Brock Bowers. Even in a non-tight end premium format, I would take Brock Bowers at the 103. He was the tight end 1 overall in the season in PPR formats, tight end 2 in fantasy points per game through 17 weeks, and finished number 6 in targets, not just amongst tight ends, but amongst tight ends and wide receivers. The 104, Brian Thomas Jr. finishes the wide receiver 4 overall, the wide receiver 12 in fantasy points per game through 17 weeks. He finishes the number 14 wide receiver in targets and number 22 in target share, and finished number 4 in unrealized air yards, number 4 in yards after the catch, and number 7 in yards per route run. The 105, Bo Nix had a nice season, 3,400 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, 383 rushing yards, and 4 touchdowns while completing 65% of his passes. At the 106, Caleb Williams. I still believe in the talent of Caleb Williams, but it would be fraudulent of me to say anything other than 2024 was an absolute dumpster fire for the Chicago Bears. 19 touchdowns to 6 interceptions through 17 weeks, 3,393 passing yards, 473 rushing yards. At the 107, we're going Drake May. In the 10 games where he attempted 20 or more passes, he averaged 17.3 fantasy points per game. At the 108, Ladd McConkey. Through 17 weeks, he was targeted 104 times. That's number 24 amongst wide receivers. He also caught 77 passes for 1,054 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns. The 109, Marvin Harrison Jr. He ranked number 4 in air yards, number 5 in deep targets, number 5 in unrealized air yards. However, very low yards per route run number 57 amongst wide receivers, and the quarterback of play of Kyler Murray left a lot to be desired. At the 110, we are going Rome Odunze. He still caught 52 passes on 99 targets for 716 yards and 3 touchdowns. The 111, Michael Penix. What we did see from Michael Penix, I really liked, and he's a quarterback going forward who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, playing with a really good offensive line and good skill players. At the 112, Bucky Irving. He shocked everybody this season by rushing for 1,032 yards, catching 45 passes for 397 receiving yards, and scoring 7 total touchdowns.